Good to great. Why? Good to great. Why? Good is the enemy of great. Part 1. Introduction. The Trap of Being Good. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered why some companies are consistently good for decades, yet they never quite become great? They perform at a decent level, they have solid products, but they eventually hit a plateau and fade into the background. Jim Collins and his research team spent 5 years analysing 1,435 companies to find out exactly what separates the winners from the also-rans. Their conclusion was a shock to the business world. Good is the enemy of great. The reason we don't have more great schools, great governments, or great businesses is precisely because we have so many that are good enough. When we become satisfied with good, we stop the relentless drive toward excellence. Today, we are decoding the formula that transforms a mediocre machine into a legendary empire. Let's look at the framework of greatness. Part 2. The core concepts, the blueprint for greatness. 1. Level 5. Leadership. Greatness doesn't start with a celebrity CEO or a flashy personality. The leaders who took companies from good to great were what Collins calls Level 5 leaders. They possess a paradoxical blend of personal humility and intense professional will. They are ambitious, but their ambition is for the institution, not themselves. When things go well, they look out the window to give credit to their team. When things go wrong, they look in the mirror and take full responsibility. 2. First who, then what? Most people think a leader's first job is to set a new vision. Collins found the opposite. Great leaders first got the right people on the bus and the wrong people off the bus. Only after they had the right team in place did they decide where to drive the bus. They understood that if you have the right people, they don't need to be tightly managed. They will be self-motivated to produce the best results. 3. Confront the brutal facts. The Stockdale paradox. You must maintain unwavering faith that you will prevail in the end, regardless of the difficulties. But at the same time, you must have the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality. This is named after Admiral James Stockdale, who survived years in a prisoner of war camp by refusing to ignore the horror of his situation while never losing hope in his eventual release. Companies that fail often try to sugarcoat their problems until it's too late. 4. The hedgehog concept. A great company isn't a fox that knows many little things. It is a hedgehog that knows one big thing. To find your greatness, you must find the intersection of 3 circles. What are you deeply passionate about? What can you be the best in the world at? What drives your economic engine? If you focus only on that intersection, you become unstoppable. Part 3. The flywheel and the doom loop. Collins describes the transition to greatness as pushing a massive, heavy flywheel. At first, it takes an enormous amount of effort just to get it to budge an inch. You keep pushing, and after a lot of work, it completes one rotation, then another. Eventually, the momentum starts to work for you. The wheel begins to spin faster and faster, seemingly under its own power. This is the flywheel effect. In contrast, failing companies fall into the doom loop. They try to skip the hard work of building momentum by launching new programs, chasing fads, or making miracle acquisitions, only to find themselves spiraling further downward because they lack a consistent core. Part 4. Analysis. Why this book still matters. Although Good to Great was published in 2001, its principles remain timeless. In an age of rapid technological change and social media hype, the focus on people and discipline is more relevant than ever. The book teaches us that greatness is not a matter of circumstance or luck. It is a matter of conscious choice and systematic discipline. It analyzes the DNA of success, showing that even in boring industries, companies can achieve astronomical returns by simply being more disciplined than their competitors. It shifts the focus from what we do to how we think and who we work with. Part 5. Conclusion. Do you dare to be great? Becoming great requires the courage to say no to things that are merely good. It requires a level of honesty and persistence that most people find uncomfortable. But if you are willing to look at the brutal facts and get the right people on your bus, the sky is the limit. Thank you for watching this summary of a business classic. Have you applied any of these principles in your own career? Which part of the hedgehog concept do you find the hardest to define? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the books that build better leaders. Until next time, stop settling for good and start your journey to great.